The punch attire technique. Psst. If that no work, then remix the attention seeking. Psst. Hi, babes, darling, look here now.
Jam from family, the Jam from family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me.
If you're moving to Jamaica, it is worthwhile you taking note of the catcalling prevalence that is on the island, because it's something that you're going to need to address and to deal with when you are here. And so here is an idea of the level of catcalling that is currently on the island. Hello, Wagwan, big up yourself. Whether you're there yard or you're there abroad, welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fam. So on this episode, we're going to talk about some of the phenomenon of the stories that people often hear about Jamaican men. There are many different shorts and different things like that about Jamaican men going around on different social media platforms. And when I just got here, I could not even believe it myself. And so I'm going to talk to you briefly about some of the things that we've experienced since coming back. And when I just came back, I just could not fathom it myself. I would go out and I would come back and I would be so irritated, and I would be complaining to my father, and he would be like, well, you look lovely, so they're going to call to you and talk to you. And I would complain to my friends and they would laugh at me and tell me about the prevalence of catcalling in the Caribbean countries. And at points I used to think that these men are so relentless at doing these things, and aren't they put off by the fact that people aren't interested. But then I got to thinking that for them to be this persistent, it must mean that they are getting successes in other areas. And they somehow think that the things that they're saying are enticing and attracting. And so they'll say things like champion, fat girl, fluffy, and all of these things that are just so demeaning to be saying to people, and they think that they're calling to you. And some of them will say, oh, queen, good looking, or they say, oh, the color of the clothes you're wearing. And you just have to think, how on earth do you get away with doing this? And some of them would just be standing there by the sidewalk, spending their time effortlessly chatting up people as they go by. And it's just, for me, I used to see women who would just be so disrespectful to them and treat them with a total, complete lack of dignity. And I would be like, why do they need to treat another human being like that? But over time, I start to understand that those women who do that are the ones who are just as irritated as I am about them doing this catcalling and have no interest. But it is therefore also the other side of the coin is that there are successes that some of these men are having, which is why they continue to persist.
Burning, what you going with? Yo, Thickers, what going? Mama, what's up? Yo, Skinny! Yo, Shorty! Yo, Princess, how you pass me some? Yo, Mission! What going? Oh, they're sexy! What going? Yo, champion!
And I'm going to just share a story with you. Because there are so many of them that have happened, but this one is the story that I think I'm going to share. So on one of the days, I was going out, and this taxi driver picked me, and so I was in the car going, and he was talking, and he said to me, "Oh, are you a Christian?" So I said, "Yes, why you ask?" And then he started to ask some questions like, "Oh, I've seen you waiting for taxi a couple of times, and I've been admiring you each time I see you." I'm like, "Okay, thank you," and just carrying on with my life. And he kept going on and on and on, and he's asking me for my number. I said to him, "Well, how do you think my husband would feel about me giving you my number, and why would I therefore give you my number?" And then he was like, "Oh, well, I'll give you my number then, because maybe we can get to talking if you have any need to talk to me about stuff." Like, why would I need to talk to you about anything? And he kept going on like, "Oh, if you need somebody to give you a bedtime story," and all of these things. And I had to stop and listen to him and wonder if he's actually thinking about the things he's saying to me. Because firstly, you just said to me you think I'm a Christian. I've highlighted to you that I'm married, and I highlighted to you that there is no way I would do such a thing to my husband, and you are still going along the pathway to carry on with these things. And then it made me stop to think, where is the level of morality in this thinking process? Because there isn't any. And there was another scenario of where I was in the taxi, gave my change, somebody came off, and instead of him giving me my change back, he said, "Oh, could you just sit here?" So when the person came out of the front, he wanted me to sit in the front so he can sort out my change to give to me. So I went into the front so I can get my change, only to find that when I get there, he wants to have other conversations about other things. So they don't care if you're married, because or in a relationship with somebody else. So if you even say your partner, that still doesn't matter to them, because somehow they've become conditioned to the idea that for many people it doesn't matter, or for the people they've interacted with it doesn't matter. The whole idea of monogamy somehow seems to not matter to some of them, because they have had experiences before where that did not matter to the female in which they were interacting. And it is mesmerizing to see the level at which Jamaican men will go to do that, to chat up people, and it's remarkable, really. And there's nothing like it. You could go out and you're dressed like a nun, and they would still find a way to tell you how attractive you look, and to tell you all sorts of sweet nothings. And when you think about it, and I think about people in the UK, for example, girls could be walking down the street in a two-piece bath suit, going where they're going, and men just keep their head straight and go where they're going and have no time for that. And here, no matter how you are adorned, no matter how you are dressed, there are going to be people who want to chat you up. It does look like that.
Empress! Juliet! Mama! Baby!
And it's just something that I cannot get my head adjusted to. That's not something I can adapt to, because I just find it to be so unacceptable, really. Like, just let people get on with their day. They don't need to pass each point that they pass to find somebody else who feels the need to bombard them with conversations like that. Not everybody have their heads screwed on in that direction. There are other people who have their heads focused on more productive things that they want to do and to accomplish. But that's sort of an experience that you will have here.
The punch attire technique. Psst. If that no work, them remix the attention seeking. Psst. Hi, babes, darling, look here now. And if that no work, them start call you by everything them can say. Them start describe you. Yo, pink here. Yo, browning. Yo, whitey, wagwan. Yo, brown skirt. Pink top. Brown shoes. Yo, green slippers. Yo, orange bag.
And there are some people who, when you say to them, no, I'm not interested, or that's not for me, they're respectful of it. They treat you with respect and they carry on their journey. But there are some who they will follow you up. You're ignoring, and it's clear you're ignoring, and they find other things to say. But they need to get to the point of understanding that those things that they're saying are not things that are ways to compliment women, really. And women who have their self-confidence in knowing who they are and knowing themselves, self-awareness enough, don't find those things complimenting, the things that they say, and don't find it seducing either. It just comes off as rude and irritating, and it would be good if it would just be reduced or completely cut out. But it's just an expression, and you see people who come here, other women, and you see them showcasing the things that Jamaican men say to them, and they find it humor. They find humor in it because it's not something they necessarily experience in the countries that they're coming from, because things like those aren't so open in their countries that they're coming from, and so it's like a difference, and they find it hilarious, really. And you can see from their reaction that they either find it hilarious or they find it a little bit, they're taken aback a little bit by the directness and the forcefulness with which these chat-ups are being done. But for me, it's just something that I just felt like we needed to just put out there and just appeal to the heart of Jamaican men to know that not everybody like it, and maybe you should just reduce the level at which you do it, and at least use phrases and words that are actually complimenting and honoring to women, because no woman wants to feel objectified if they are actually confident in who they are. So maybe that's something that you need to consider when you're planning your next set of lines that you're going to do, and just focus on doing other more productive things. Saying hello is good enough, and just keep moving, you know. And I'm hoping that over time either things will improve in the way that they act, or I will somehow not have to experience that as much as I do currently. I'm starting to get to a place now where I just ignore and keep moving. However, I would just prefer to not have to experience it at all.
I'm out here to pick some peppers, and I picked these. So this is our pepper tree. So I picked these peppers from this tree. So I'm just picking some more. So yeah.
I decided that I'm going to come outside and just sit down outside and take in some cool breeze to just cool myself down after a rather hectic day. And I decided that I was going to bring with me a soursop. It's one of the soursops that I got recently, so this is a piece of it, and I tasted it just now. It's so sweet, it's so lovely, it's just refreshing to have and to just eat it as a fruit, which is what I decided I'm going to do today. There are two small ones, and one's ripe and the other one isn't, and so I just decided I'm going to eat the ripe one and just have it as a fruit instead of making it as a juice, and just enjoy the breeze as it's coming in this afternoon. Eliona decided that she was going to stay inside because the day got really hot today, and so she said that she just wants to stay in there because at the moment inside feels cool to her, because she was out when it was hot, but it outside has cooled down quite a bit in comparison to what it was like earlier today. And so it's just lovely to be out here and just taking that cool breeze. But she's in there doing her own thing, her own activity, and we'll regroup later on and do something together. But I really wanted this opportunity to just unwind in a cooler environment than I've been in all day, and the house to me at this moment is just a little bit warmer, and so I thought I'd come outside and enjoy my soursop and share the moment with you as well as I'm eating it. So that's how I'm winding up my day today. So I'm going to finish off my soursop.
The Jamaican family. Where I read, living the good life. We're royal cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam.
Thank you for staying with us on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. How do you feel? Do you encounter the catcalling? And if you do, how does it make you feel? And if you're a male who does the catcalling, why exactly do you do it? Tell us in the comment down below so we can have an understanding of what's happening and what's going on. And if you're from another Caribbean country or a temperate country and this is something that you experience, tell us in the comments down below. If you're from any part of the world that your country men do this, tell us in the comments down below what are some of the things that they say and how does it actually make you feel. Bye for now, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.